Oh, hello, chat. Oh, God, it's been a week. It's been a day. I've been running around, but I am very excited for today because today we continue Dream Daddy. I know that's usually our Wednesday stream. I know that we're a day late on this. But honestly, I was tired, and Ash was getting ready to go to France. You want to come say hi, honey? He just sat back. I don't even think that came through, but Ash yells hello from the couch. And they're going to France for a week. I'm gonna miss them, so I want to spend some extra time with them. So we took a day just to ourselves, which I don't normally do. All my days off are usually, hello everybody, with a slightly bigger group of people, hanging out or doing whatever. It's very rare that I take a day for truly myself. But in saying that, we're going to finish all the one hearts today. We're real close to our sub goal here, guys, which is awesome. Thank you guys for that. And past that, I mean, let's just fucking get into it, right? What the hell else are we doing? Go for it.
Welcome. You've got dads.
This is Steven from Dadmazon. I'm out front with your delivery. Okay, I'll be right down. Wait, no, sorry, I need to put on pants first. I can't find my pants, but I'm wrapped from waist down in a duvet. Are you cool with that? I can come back tomorrow. No, wait, please, I'll be right down. I found some sensible capris. Put on pants. Let's start with those today. Oh, I got a package. Wonder what it is. Oh, I bet it's that package of socks I ordered. I open the box and start pulling packing peanuts out. Man, these socks reek. Okay, that's definitely not socks. It's butterflies? Oh boy, I almost don't even want to know what Amanda was planning on doing with these. Hey Amanda, your box of dead butterflies is here. What's up? Are you sacrificing them? What? You ordered butterflies? You ordered dead butterflies online? Wait, so these aren't yours? No, but I'm definitely ordering some right now. Okay. Love you. Take a look at the box again. Oh, this is addressed to Damien's house. Bring the box to Damien. Yeah, let's bring the box to Damien. I should take it over to him. I jog over to Damien's house with the box. I pulled his back door knocker, but suddenly the door is open. I pull back his door knocker, but suddenly the door opens. Mr. Zero, to what do I owe the pleasure? Whoa, how did you know I was about to knock? I don't know. Oh. Okay, anyways. I think this got delivered to my house by mistake. Hand in the box and his face lights up. Okay then. What a wonderful surprise. I was just about to send a strongly worded letter to the courier service about this. Many thanks. Not to pry, but what are you gonna do with those butterflies? Would you like to see? Alarm bells ringing in my head. This is how you die, Chris Zero. Sure. Damien leads me to a study where he set up some sort of workstation. Above his desk is a wall of pinned butterflies, moths, and beetles. Oh, wow, that's really something, Damien. I'm quite proud of my little collection. Do all this yourself? Of course. I find it rather relaxing. How do you... It's simple. Here, let me show you. These aren't ready quite yet. They'll need to be rehydrated overnight so they're easier to work with. I have some over here that are ready to pin. How the hell do you spell chauffeur? Damien takes a seat at his desk while I hover behind him. He picks up a little triangular paper package and snips off its edges. He pulls out an all-black butterfly and shows it to me. I'm rather excited about this one. It's a turquoise swallowtail. He gently opens the wings, spreading the butterfly out on the table. The back of the wings are gorgeous, gorgeous iridescent green color. Oh, and the pigment on this one is so nice too. Anyways, pinning a butterfly is actually very simple. It requires a delicate touch. First, I'll put a pin through the thorax. Damien slides a pin through the middle of the butterfly and places the butterfly on a piece of styrofoam. He carefully arranges the antennae with forceps and begins placing paper and more pins around it. He does this so effortlessly that it's almost hypnotic. I have a frame here that I think this one will look quite pretty in, but I'll need to let it sit for a couple days until it's ready. And then what? I remove all the pins, put it on display with the others. I take a closer look at Damien's collection. One with bright blue wings keeps drawing my eye. This one's so pretty. Damien takes it off the wall. Oh, yes, that's a blue Morpho, one of my favorites too. He hands a small frame to me. Here, I think this would look lovely in your home. Oh, I couldn't take this. I insist. Believe me, I have more than enough. You ever have an interest in pinning some insects yourself, you know where to find me. I think I'll leave that up to you. I feel like I'd probably break them in half with my butterfingers. Nonsense. You have beautiful, steady hands. You would make a fine taxidermist. Am I blushing? Damien walks me to the door and gives me a warm smile as I leave. Holy shit. You take care of yourself, Chris. Thanks for allowing me to share my odd little hobby with you. That was cute.
Welcome.
Cute little thing.
You've got dads.
I've got dads. Okay, who did we not do? Who are we up to, chat? Man, I probably should have checked that beforehand, huh? I think we did Hugo, right? We ended with Hugo last time. Are we on Matt? I think we're at Matt. Yeah, I think we have Matt, Brian, Robert, and Damien left. Okay. Because we did Craig, yep, Joseph, and Hugo. Okay, cool. Robert. This Robert. The Robert in my video game. The one that exists and not in the corporeal realm. Okay, let's do Matt. Fuck it. I like Matt. Avid music enthusiast, passionate coffee drinker. You can find me on most days with selling bean juice over at the Coffee Spoon or hanging out at the park with my amazing daughter. Hit me up about some 80s no-wave music. Am I not good enough for your games of videos? No. Fuck you. On Friday night, you're more likely to perfect my cold brew setup, one drip at a time, baby. You have one thing to take with you onto a desert island, what would it be? Fine tunes to pass the days away. Nice. What are your turns-ons? Multi-instrumentalism. Instrumentalism. I don't know why that's a hard word for me to read. Would you want to be when you grow up? A barista, weirdly enough. What's your favorite movie genre? Shit with subtitles. Okay. What's your ideal date? We go to an animal shelter, but seriously consider adopting a cat. What do you never leave home without? My headphones, both in-ear and over-ear, just in case. Spent a lot of time thinking about where did writing commas into song titles come from and where did it go? Did we all agree it's just a bad idea? I hear my dad coming. Hear my dad moseying his way on down here. Zelda. Zelda doggy. Okay, sorry. Just let my dad get the dog out. Let's do Matt. Why not? I don't want your dad to see you playing the game. I don't give a damn. What's up, dude? What's up? Nothing? Hey, then, are you guys going to bed soon? I navigate to Matt's dad book page and type out a message. Hey man, great getting to see you at the BBQ. We should definitely hang soon. You free later? A minute or two later, I hear a ding and see Matt's response. Hey dude, I'm so down for that. I'd be so down for that. I'm actually catching a show tonight at the Soundgarden. You want to come out? Think for a moment. What's a Soundgarden? The concert venue that, but also has a band that a lot of people listened to back when it was cool to have soul patches. Soundgarden's an okay band. I love Soundgarden. Oh man, I haven't been to a real concert since Amanda was born. Am I ready for this? While I'm thinking, another message pops up on the screen. Up is playing tonight. Cool little indie pop punk rock band out of Canada. Should be a fun one. I didn't know you were allowed to string that many words together to describe a band. Whatever. Let's get out of our comfort zone. Oh. I log off of Dad Book and think for a second, wait, when was the last time I went to a concert? I mentally track back decades through the memories of denim jean jackets and moral panic over teenagers turning to the occult. Oh god, I had a mullet back then. Oh god, I thought it was cool. Oh god, other people thought it was cool. I finally remember the strange 80s prog rock I used to listen to and mentally envision all the airbrushed vans in the parking lot. Man, how did anyone survive the 80s? Okay, so I haven't been to a concert in a long time. What do you even do at concerts now? I spend most of the day pacing around the house thinking about my relationship with coolness. I mean, I always thought I was cool, at least relative to a bunch of other dads my age. Dad, what are you doing? I look over to see Amanda at the door, just getting home from school. Anyway, what's up? Why, Amanda, how do I be cool? Let me put a pot of coffee first. This is gonna be a long night. No, seriously. Matt invited me to a concert, and I don't think I've been to one since you were born. Yeah, you have. You took me out one once I was 12, remember? I'm suddenly overwhelmed by the memory of a sea of screaming preteens. Oh god, I tried so hard to forget. That one where I had to camp out with you in line so that we could get a good spot and then you cried and screamed the whole time? Dad, it was so much more than that. I'm not even ashamed to say it. Oh, you're not ashamed? You seemed pretty ashamed when I found all those drawings you made of the dancing boys kissing in your Trapper Keeper. Yeah, well, you didn't even find the good stuff. Anyway, you should be all set for the concert. If you remember that, just bring a big glittery sign and cry a lot and you'll fit right in. Well, it's at a smaller place, and I think Matt mentioned they're a punk band. Like DIY gutter punk, thrash, straight edge. Come on, Dad, give me something to work with here. Are they post-punk, proto-punk, C-punk, Jeremy punk? What's Jeremy punk? I made that one up to see if I can get away with it. They're not a positive hardcore, are they? He said that they're Canadian punk. Oh, yeah, you'll be fine. Does the idea of Canadian punk seem contradictory to you? Have a good night, Dad. I don't see friendship and politeness as core tenets of the punk scene. Well, punk is kind of a big genre that might not be as dangerous as you think it is. It became so much more than counterculture rebellion. What I'm trying to say is, just enjoy the music. That's it. I mean, yeah, it's not like you're gonna jump into the mosh pit or anything. Well, that's comforting. And if a strange dude in a Set Your Goals hoodie offers you to buy merch, definitely don't accept it, and definitely don't go on 3 awful dates with him afterwards where he takes you to a nice restaurant and then forgets his wallet literally 3 times in a row. What? Never mind, just have a blast tonight. I show up to the Coffee Spoon at 8 in what I hope is concert appropriate attire. I see Matt out front locking the door of the shop. Hey, made it. Ready for tonight? Well, it's been a while. Ready? I was born ready. Yes, of course. No, it's been a while. Oh man, I gotta admit, I haven't been to a real concert since Pet Rocks were cool. I have no idea what I'm in for. Did your daughter make you take her to one of those boy band concerts where everyone holds signs and scream cries? Yeah. I got 2 lined up next month. I still can't get the glitter out of my car from the last one. Stay strong. But dude, I get to take you to your first concert in a long time. This is gonna be awesome. Just hang with me, Chris, and you'll be good. This scene is super supportive. It'll be a blast. Quick question. Dude, what is scene? Matt lets out a tiny laugh. Sorry. It's just weird because scene can be described as music scene as it pertains to a community of people who like the same genre, but can also describe a genre of music no one wants to admit they were into. Matt looks off in the middle distance. He says nothing, but I can tell he's thinking, never again. That's confusing. You'll get it. The important thing is that tonight you enjoy yourself. Come on, let's head to the show. After waiting in a short line to get in, we finally find ourselves in a small venue with a stage on one end and a bar at the other. Most people here are closer to Amanda's age than mine. I suddenly feel very out of place. My waning youth is showing, and I'm suddenly aware of my mortality. When were the good years of my life? Will Amanda still love me as we both grow older? Wait, is C-punk actually a genre? Matt, you made it. A younger kid runs up and high-fives Matt. It runs off and Matt turns to me, shuddering. I get nervous when people surprise high-five me. Me too.
Oh.
I'm like a small animal. Loud noises in a large group of people frighten me. You also enjoy curling up in front of in a patch of sunlight to take a nap?
Hey.
It's my favorite thing to do. God, Matt sounds like a music nerd, I know. A couple other people notice that Matt's in the crowd and say hey as well. You yell hey as well. Matt waves a huge oh my god. Well, it's social anxiety, Matt. Matt waves and hugs a couple people. I can't speak tonight. I don't know what's going on with me. He seems really in his element here.
Oh.
Matt turns his attention back to me. I'm so afraid of all these people. Oh. Let's go grab a beer. Matt and I line up at the bar in the back where a couple of the older concert goers hang out. A couple more people notice Matt and tip their drinks at him.
Oh.
Seems like you're a popular guy out here.
Hey.
Yeah, I go to a lot of shows. This is a really cool spot.
Hey.
But it's times like these where I realize I can only be charming or funny for about 5 minutes before I run out of stuff to talk about.
Hey.
And I become keenly aware of where my hands are. There's no comfortable place in your mouth for your tongue to rest. God damn it, where do I put my tongue?
Hey.
See? Well, I've known you for more than 5 minutes and I still think you're charming and funny. Just you wait.
Oh.
We grab our drinks. This scene seems really friendly. I don't know why people wouldn't want to admit that they listen to it. Let's check out the merch.
Hey.
Matt and I walk over to a small booth in the corner of the room where a crusty looking teenage guards a selection of shirts and records. He singles me out from across the room and hops up in his chair. Step on up, get your merch here. I got t-shirts, I got tank tops, and all the gifts of the accoutrements a discerning concert goer of considerable taste might want. You! I gesture to myself, my face flushing red. Yes, you look like a fellow who knows their music. How's about a fine 12-inch long-playing vinyl record made and distributed by Pup, Canada's premier punk rock outfit? Hello, good sir. Please stop yelling at me. I sense some hesitation in your voice there, buddy. Let me assure you, on my reputation as a salesman of the highest caliber, that this record cannot and will not let you down. Okay, Pablo, you can give it a rest. Teen hops off his chair and takes a seat. Friend looked lost, so I figured I'd give him the old razzle dazzle. What the hell are you, Matt?
Hey.
Day by day, my man. They do that thing where they high five, but also turn into a hug.
Hey.
Your mom doing better? Still single. If you want to be my dad, I can make that connect. And have to deal with you every single day? Fair enough. Who's your bud?
Hey.
That's Chris. Thought I'd bring a concert. Thought I'd bring out a concert, pal. Pablo leans close to Matt. Chris, cool. Matt eyes me. I eye him back. He cracks a smile.
Hey.
Yeah. Pablo brings me in for a bro hug. A dude. I'm not sure what to say, but I give the courtesy 2 pats on the back, as is customary in society of people you don't know super well but still want to be friendly to. No, not cool at all. Thanks, Rob.
Oh.
Pablo's a total card. Kid plays the hell out of the bass. Yeah, man. When are we starting our Witch House band?
Yeah, sounds great.
Well, you know I'm out of the game. It's a shame, you know. Vacant Veil would have slayed. It would have slayed once you actually start making music instead of just printing a bunch of band shirts. We got the sickest logo. While Matt and Pablo talk, I check out the merch. These shirts are really nice.
Oh.
Looks like the opener's coming on. Let's get a spot up close.
Hey.
Matt and I walk over to the stage where a crowd begins to form. The band walks on stage and pick up a variety of stringed instruments. Is that a harpsichord? Lead singer addresses the crowd. He has a mandolin slung behind his back. Hey, what's up, everybody? We're Jonathan Jones and the Speakeasy Choir. That's a hell of a name. My name's Daniel. Let's start the show. Oh no, these guys. What? Without time to respond, the band starts playing the most ominous noise I've ever heard. What is this? Matt doesn't say anything. He just hands me earplugs. Thanks. I put the earplugs in and whatever the hell is assaulting my ears gets a lot quieter. For a band this bad, they sure do seem to be having fun. I guess that's what really matters.
Hey.
Jesus, did that cellist just break his bow in half? I don't get this. Set seems to go on forever. There's no breaks in the song, and I think one of the band members' jobs is specifically just to burn poetry on stage. I turn to Matt and try to start a conversation. So you go to a lot of concerts out here, huh? What? Ask again. So you go to a lot of concerts out here, huh? What? Do it again. Pick up something up before June. Nah, fuck your plugs, bro. We don't need them. So you, yeah.
Hey.
Matt turns back his attention to the show. He can't hear me, so I just stopped trying to enjoy the music. Okay, no, this is impossible. I've only been playing the same song 10 minutes, 20 a year. Eventually the set ends, but only after a drummer sprains his ankle during the saxophone solo. Only after the drummer sprains his solo during his saxophone solo. They promised it was part of the act as he was carried off stage crying. Matt and I both pull our earplugs out. Man, that was something. I promise Pup is much better. Drummer saxophone, I love it. I just have a lot of questions that I know I'll never get the answer to.
Hey.
Oh yeah, he sprains his ankle at every show. They were being real about that.
Oh.
Let's grab another beer. Matt and I work our way out of the crowd and back to the bar. More and more people file into the concert space as it gets closer to the main act. It's kind of getting crowded in here. We grab our beers and I try and follow Matt back to our spot, but there's also so many people that I'm having a hard time keeping up. As I work my way through the throngs of exciting concert goers, I realize I've lost Matt entirely. I stop and look around, seeing nothing but a sea of hip 20-somethings. I'm lost. How am I ever going to find Matt here? Where's the exit? Are there even exits? What if I'm trapped in this building forever? Am I going to see my daughter ever again? What if the terrible band gets back on stage? What if suddenly a hand reaches out to grab me? It's Matt.
Oh.
Almost lost you, buddy. I got really nervous for a second there.
Hey.
You and me both, dude. He takes my hand and leads me back towards the stage. I can feel myself blushing a little. Finally settle back into our spot and wait for the band to start. Busy place, huh?
Hey. Yeah.
Yep. Pup really brings out a crowd. Do you go to concerts a lot?
Hey.
Oh yeah. One of my absolute favorite things in the world. I think it's one of the things. I think it's one thing to listen to music and connect with it, but when you're in a room full of people connecting with the music just the same way you are, that's magic. I suddenly have the urge to pee. Curse this tiny dad bladder. I've never heard it put that way. That's really beautiful. Also, I have to pee.
Hey.
Hurry up, man. They're about to go on. Squeeze my way out of the crowd towards the restroom. I really should have gone before I left the house, but Amanda was watching beauty videos in the bathroom. She had an eyeliner wig going halfway across her face, which was actually a pretty good look. Eyeliner wing going halfway across her face, which actually was a pretty good look. I'm so proud of her. I make it to the restroom finally, but there's one of those single-person restrooms with a line forming outside of it. As soon as I finish my business, the band starts. People that were initially milling around the venue all crowd up against the stage as Pup plays their first song. How am I ever going to find Matt now? Minigame time. Everyone's rushing to the main stage to watch Pup play. I'm sure Matt will be up there too. You got to get there without being trampled by all these rowdy youths. Avoid these youths. Oh, Jesus.
This is the part of the game where you should have been hearing a licensed tune. We worked really hard to lock it down for you. We even got permission to whitelist the song for YouTube and Twitch. But their systems are seriously broken. What a bitch.
Oh my God, Barry, I love you. This is fucking awesome.
The song that you're listening to right now. Don't you think it's better than risking content ID? To you streamers and let's players, I have one decree. Please check out the band called Pup and their song DVP.
Oh, okay. So chat, please go check out Pup. They're an awesome band. I actually know the song from playing. Oh, this is hysterical.
The song is great and the video is tight. Yes, take it from me. It's like footage of NES and SNES games with the lyrics added into them. It's really cool, but it's kind of hard to explain right now, but you'll get it, I promise. You should really go check it out.
This is
Really
so fucking funny. This is fucking hysterical.
So we added the song that you're listening to right better than risking content ID. To you streamers and let's players, I have one decree. Please check out the band called Pup and their song DVP. DVP.
At thank you, Barry Kramer. Huge fan.
Serious convo. But is this the time or place to talk about it? Oh no.
Finally able to work my way through the crowd.
About getting with
You
dad
being
to
a-
the
You being pop punk. Fuck yeah.
God, how
I'm
did
finally able to work my way through the crowd to where Matt originally was, but he's nowhere to be found. Shoot. Well, I guess I should keep looking. I'm bumped into from behind and find myself in the middle of a bunch of youths running around a circle in the music. I'm in the pit. How do I get out of the pit? Out of nowhere, a youth shoulders himself into me and keeps moving in a circle. Hey! I guess I'm moving in the circle now. Frantically search for a way out, but all I can see is an ocean of youth rhythmically slamming into each other. Another youth slams into me and I lose my balance. I'm about to topple over. This is it. This is how I die. Trampled on the boots of counterculture. Someone grabs my hand. Someone familiar. I look up and see Matt. He pulls me back onto my feet. You're wild, dude. Matt throws his arms around me and we jump back in the circle, bashing into youth left and right as Pup plays a killer solo. Yep, that's a killer solo for sure. I didn't know you messed with the pit. Me neither. I can't believe this. I'm having fun. I'm a little mad that I didn't stretch before physical activity, but I'm having fun. This song's fucking incredible. The song ends and the pit finally dissipates. Everyone cheers on Pup. Maybe I only got enough pit energy for one song. All right, man, let's retreat. We'll show these kids how it's done another day. We work our way back to a more comfortable spot in the crowd and enjoy the rest of the show from a safe distance. Pup puts on an amazing set and basically had to beg themselves off stage after their encore. With the concert over, the crowd starts making their way to the exit. Hey, I'll meet you outside. Gotta say bye to a couple people. That's awesome. I love that that's their fucking... That's their fucking content creator, like, filter for the game. It's incredible, man. That's so funny. So happy they just wrote a song. I hang outside of the venue until Matt finally shows up. Hey man, thanks for waiting. I got you a present. Matt hands me the t-shirt I was looking at earlier. Whoa, thanks man.
Hey,
So you eyeballing it back at the merch booth.
hey.
And I mean, anyone who tears it up that hard in their first time back to a concert deserves a reward. The youths will finally accept me. Amanda will love this. I'm never taking this off. The youths will finally accept me. Finally, I will be able to infiltrate their ranks and defeat them not only on the field of battle as we've done today, but on a grander scale. We'll see you in the world pit, youths. Hey, Matt.
Oh,
Hey, it's Pup. Hey, dude. Didn't realize you were here.
oh,
So glad you could make it. You guys put on a great show. Thanks.
hey,
Well, see you around. Wait, you know Pup?
hey.
Oh yeah, I met him a couple times when they first started touring. Good kids. Oh,
Yeah, sounds great.
come on, let's grab some diner food. I suddenly realized how hungry I am. Man, mosh pits take a lot out of you. Oh yes, they do. Matt and I walked to a tiny little diner with a cute neon sign. We tear into some bacon and eggs in a corner booth.
Hey,
So there I am in the pit trying to explain to the face tattoo guy that I didn't mean to elbow him in the face tattoo, but he's already seeing red. Not from the tattoo, which coincidentally was red. He's lumbering towards me and there's nowhere to go.
hey.
The end for me, right? Then out of nowhere, I get this idea. I just lean back and spread my arms just like that. I'm crowd surfing away from him in slow motion. You should have seen the look on his face.
Hey.
Bought him a beer afterwards and we were cool. We still follow each other on social media. He has beautiful kids. How'd you guys work that out?
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, man, it goes to show you that Punk's not dead. It just drives a minivan and has to hire a babysitter. How'd you get to see all these amazing concerts?
Oh,
Oh, I used to tour in a band. We were small, but it got us to travel all around the states. Whoa.
hey.
Yeah, I mean, we were poor and we had to scrape together a lot just to survive, but I wouldn't trade those experiences for anything.
Hey.
But yeah, that's how I knew a bunch of those people at the show. Music like this builds an amazing community, especially in a town like this. There's a lot of positive energy and good vibes. I got that feeling. Plenty of friendly people, especially that Pablo kid.
Oh,
Oh man, everybody loves Pablo. His mom's been raising him on her own, and you could tell it's been tough on both of them. I know he looks up to me, so I try and help him out wherever I can. It's really nice of you.
hey.
Thanks. Us single parents really have to look out for each other. That's Carmencita. She said she wants to learn the drums. Oh boy.
Hey.
It'll be loud and I need to take a lot of aspirin, but I can manage. I can't really blame her. I'm suddenly very grateful that all my daughter's hobbies are super quiet. Photography, collaging, whatever it is that she does on the internet. Thanks, Amanda. I'm trying to be supportive of Carmencita's rebellious phase, but I guess that kind of defeats the purpose of it, doesn't it? I think it would be a good daddy-daughter activity to find something to rebel against together.
Hey.
Like what? Fashion consumerism, big budget remakes of foreign films. Reading subtitles isn't even that hard. I think we just have to strive as a society to be okay with reading subtitles. He and I laugh. We keep digging into our big plates of greasy diner food. Breakfast I ordered for dinner was absolutely hitting the spot.
Hey,
Man,
Hey.
being a single dad is rough sometimes. It's a lonely feeling. I understand that all too well. I mean, at least we have the rest of the dads to talk to. I like watching things with subtitles as well.
Hey.
I don't know. I get really nervous sometimes talking to people. Matt gets nervous talking to people, but he's so cool. Me too. I never really considered myself an extrovert. Never really considered myself an introvert. I'm just uncomfortable in every situation, always.
Hey.
Oh, you're fine. You're actually really easy to talk to, you know that? I smile. Matt and I spend the rest of the night trading daughter stories. Turns out our kids are a lot alike. We finish up our late night dinners and head out. We walk back to the cul-de-sac, back to our respective houses.
Hey.
Tonight was a blast, man. Loved it. Although I'm probably going to feel it in my knees in the morning. You and me both. I don't usually like to go to these things alone. It was really cool to have you there with me. I'm glad.
Hey.
Alright, I'm calling it quits for the night. Stay cool, man. You called me cool. Matt called me cool. I'm walking to the house with my heart in my throat. Amanda pops her head out from her room. Hey, Pops, how was the show? Matt thinks I'm cool. You don't say. Amanda Panda, Matt thinks I'm cool. Blind leading the blind, huh? Wow, I just got dunked on by my own child. Unbelievable. Hey, Amanda, remind me which one of us just tore it up at the pit at a punk show, and which one of us just spent the 4 hours probably watching Tiny House Hunting Amish Triplets Extreme Edition. First of all, how dare you? That show is a classic. Second of all, you moshed in the pit? Who even are you? I am your extremely cool dad. All right, I'm hitting the hay, Pops. I'll see you in the pit. Night, kiddo. Hey. Ska levels are off the charts. Almost off the charts. I'll take an air egg.
Man, I just can't wait for your next hit. Welcome. You've got dads.
Okay. Hey, buddy. So I have a favor to ask. Robert invited me over for dinner, and I know it's kind of a faux pas to invite another bro, but I've known the guy for years, and I still can't get a good read on him, and I know it's going to be super awkward if I go by myself. Would you come with me, please? I love food. I especially love food that's free. Scott came before reggae, bro. Did you know? Scott came before reggae. And I don't know why you're so sweaty over cooking, but sure. Yeah, dude, I'm down. Thank you. I really hope that's a sweet relief. I really hope that's a sweat of relief. I really can't fucking read tonight. What the hell's wrong with me? It doesn't sound too bad. I could definitely go for free food, but why is Craig being so apprehensive? Does he know something about Robert that I don't? You're dumb? I am dumb. I hurry up and reply before my dad brain can work itself into paranoia spiral. Yeah, dude, I'm down. Thank you. Craig and I decided to meet up before heading over to Robert's place. Craig's waiting on my porch, bottle of wine in hand. Chris, boy, am I glad to see you. Likewise, man. Classy of you to bring wine. Oh, it's not wine. It's sparkling apple cider. Robert literally has a wine cellar, so I think he's good. Wow. Or at least, I think he has a wine cellar. I'm genuinely unsure if he was telling the truth or not. I could never tell with him. Thank God it's not just me. I never know. He's so deadpan about everything. I usually just laugh it off, but man, that guy's an enigma. We start walking over to Robert's house. Does Robert even know how to cook? I have sincere doubts about whether he even knows how to shave properly or iron his shirts. I feel like you learned to cook after learning those first two.
Dude.
One time I saw him grab a hot dog from a trash can. I mean, it was at the very top of the trash can, like sitting above it, but still, if he were on trial, I think the jury would define that as in the trash. In his defense, I've definitely considered grabbing food from the top of a trash before. Well, yeah, I think we've all considered it, but the difference is that Robert actually did it. True. Maybe he's the enlightened one. Maybe we're holding ourselves back. We arrive at Robert's house and ring the doorbell, but the doorbell won't chime. Must be broken. Greg knocks on the door a few times. When does Robert have a dog? I don't know. That's weird. I can hear Robert just inside. 1 second. This is uncharted territory, Chris. What if he's the one making barking noises and there is no dog? Don't say that. We're not even inside yet. Finally, the door opens. Robert looks a little surprised to see me. Chris, didn't know you'd be tagging along. Stop saying those slanderous things about me. Did Craig not tell Robert I was coming? Come on, Craig. I can leave if there's not. No, it's fine. Come on in. We enter Robert's living room, which is surprisingly really nice. Super messy, but still nice. Make yourselves at home. We can still hear the barking from the other room. I didn't know you had a dog, Robert. Oh yeah, that's Betsy. I have to put her up when gets get over. She'll calm down in a bit. What kind of dog is she? Pitbull. Rescued her from a dog fighting ring a few years back. She hates strangers. If I let her out right now, she'd probably take you both to the ER. Craig and I make eye contact. He raises an eyebrow at me. Oh. Okay.
Nice.
Anyways, dinner should be ready in a minute. Hope you guys like ossobuco. Robert leaves the room, presumably go to the kitchen. Craig leans in and whispers, was the dog fighting thing real or was he kidding?
Bro.
What's ossobuco? I don't know. Did you make up that word? Until I have ossobuco in front of me, I guess we can only assume so. We sit in silence for a second, taking in Robert's living room. We're about to get sawed. Are we about to get sawed? Nah, usually you wake up in those situations. We voluntarily walked into this one, huh? Oh yeah, I know what ossobuco is. It's delicious. Robert finally walks into the room carrying 3 paper plates of steaming food like a waiter. I have a dining table. Don't trust him, so we're eating here. Oh, fuck me, I guess. Oh, I do know what it is. Actual me knows what it is. Video game me doesn't. Also, I don't have real paper plates. Hope that's okay. Robert sets a plate in front of us at the coffee table. I still can't tell what it is. It looks like meat. Maybe lots of sauce. I can make out some vegetables. I think that might be rice, but it also could be pasta. I guess there's only one way to find out. I take a bite. Oh my god. I take another bite. The medley of flavors in this dish is amazing. The meat is so tender in the risotto. I think that's what it is. It's so creamy. Robert, this is really incredible. You cooked this? I finished it out of a dumpster behind a restaurant. Or at least I think it was a restaurant. Can you believe people just throw this stuff away? I almost gag. I'm kidding. I look over at Craig, who looks worried but still has a mouthful of food. He gives Robert a thumbs up. Glad you like it. Where'd you learn how to cook like this? Worked at a restaurant in Spain for a hot sec. You messing with us? I decided to play along. You lived in Spain? After I dropped out of college, I went backpacking through Europe, crashing on couches, sleeping in hostels, wherever. Totally broke. Worked a couple odd jobs wherever I could scrape together some cash. One night I'm eating dinner at this little restaurant just outside of Madrid. I go to pay and realize I spent the last of my money on booze the night before. I'm in the middle of ditching it when the manager catches me and puts me to work in the kitchen. Long story short, they ended up liking me so much they offered me a job. Why not, right? Started living with some distant relatives on my mom's side. Over the course of 2 years, I worked my way up from busboy to sous chef. Learned a lot. Rick and I wait for the punchline. What night watchman did he swindle into get back in the States? Who did he con in a game of poker in the back room of a speakeasy for safe passage into the crew quarters of a cargo ship? I want to do that at some point in my life. Go backpacking through Europe. Anyways, I still love to cook. I don't know what's real anymore, but this food is so good I kind of don't care. That's amazing. It really is. To be honest, I wasn't exactly expecting gourmet cooking here, especially not served on paper plates. I don't care about presentation. If the food's good, it should speak for itself. Ossobuco is screaming for itself. My paper plates is just as good as regular plates if you double them up. Huh. Hey, is it bad if I ask for seconds? Help yourself, but save room for dessert. I made lemon berry saravan. Savarin. I don't know what Savarin is. Well, aren't you just full of... Craig looks over at me.
Hey.
Prizes. Robert winks. You bet I am.
Oh.
You can come over for dinner anytime. Craig.
Nice.
I'm gonna go get seconds. Me too. After consuming way more ossobuco than my body could handle, and then really ensuring a later food coma with a generous serving of whatever savarin is, whatever savarin was, Craig and I decided to head out. Thanks for coming. I'm making an attempt to be more social. Well, we're always happy to stop by if you want company. Especially if there's ossobuco involved.
Welcome. You've got dads.
We'll go do Damien. How do you do? I finally decided to join this information superhighway. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but I will try my best to understand. I love long strolls through graveyards and spending time with my son. If you would ever like to chat about latest in Victorian fashion, the inevitability of our own demise, or black cats, please send me a letter. On Friday nights, you are most likely to listen to a true crime podcast while I taxidermy my newest specimens. If you have one thing to take onto Desert Island, what would it be? A coffin. Okay. What are your turn-ons? Pronouncing bosom correctly. Bosom. What did you want to be when you grew up? A bat. What is your favorite movie genre? Foreign art house horror. What is your ideal date? It's night. We're at an industrial darkwave club in Berlin. The music drums to the beat of our hearts. What do you never leave home without? An upside down cross. Spent a lot of time thinking about mortality salines. Saliense. I don't know what that is. Anyway. Let's message him. Let's be a good friend and message our buddy Damien. Damien seemed really interesting. A little odd, but interesting. I think I should hang out with him to get to know him a little better. Navigate to Damien's Dagbook page and type out a message. Hey dude, you seem cool. We should hang out sometime. I sit there for a minute before I see Damien typing. And then he keeps typing. Typing. Man, is this guy writing a novel? I leave the computer to make some coffee. And he's still typing. I sip my coffee and finally the computer dings. Chris. Whoa, there's more. I must confess my excitement to be receiving your kind letter, for, as you see, I do find myself available to enjoy your company. I must ask for your forgiveness, however, as I believe our first meeting did not paint... Oh my god. I must ask for your forgiveness, however, as I believe our first meeting did not paint me as in a gentlemanly manner as I would have liked. I would be highly flattered to enjoy your companionship at my residence for an afternoon tea and a stroll around my garden. Should it please you, till then, adieu. Your humbled D. Bloodmark. I stare at the screen and reread the letter several more times. Hey, Amanda. Can you help me with something? Dad, for the last time, I'm not popping your bat pinkles. No. Can you interpret this for me? I turn the computer to Amanda and she squints at Damien's message. I just don't understand NetSpeak. Like, is this how you kids communicate with each other now? Oh, totally. This is the hot new thing. See, Dad, kids got over saying lol and lamau or whatever and decided what we needed to do was bring it back to the 1800s. So what do I do? Where's your pen and quill? What? Did you forget to unpack the pen and quill? Dad, how will we address the nobleman in regards to your upcoming Dubonte ball? Dubonate? I don't know how to say that word. Okay, now I know you're messing with me. Father, without a proper chaperone, you'll never end up with a suitor worthy of our land. Or our dowry. Or, do you read Pride and Prejudice So you read Pride and Prejudice for school one time, and now you're reciting things you know about it back to me, aren't you? Like the first 5 pages, then I read a review of the movie. Still gotta be though. Great. So what do I say to Damien? I got this. Amanda reaches over me and types on my keyboard. Sure thing, dude. Regards, Chris. Amanda hits send and smiles at me. Well, I suppose that's that. Make the short walk over to Damien's house. Well, I guess you can't really call it a house, more of a manor estate. The Gothic architecture looms above the other homes in the cul-de-sac. Hold on 1 second, chat. Uno momento. Okay. I walk past a couple of gargoyles guarding the front door and look around for a doorbell. There doesn't seem to be one. I pull the large, ornately carved bat's head door knocker, and hollow sounds echo throughout the house as I strike it against the door. I wait several moments before the door slowly creaks open. A little creepy, but I enter the home and take a few steps into the foyer. Nothing. The oil portraits of, I assume, who are dead relatives hanging on the wall. As I'm admiring them, the front door slams shut behind me. Hello? Silence. An oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. Why do I feel like all the people in these paintings are staring straight at me? Why is it so cold in here? Where's Damien? Chris, pleasure to have you in my home. I look up and see Damien standing at the top of the majestic staircase with a walking candle holder. What's with the door slamming shut? Oh, sorry. There was a draft. And the door creaking open when I knocked? I accidentally left the door unlocked. And the creepy oil paintings? I like oil paintings. Right. Right. Please, let me show you around. Okay. Damien leads me around his house, showcasing his parlor, sitting room, auxiliary sitting room, and the parlor again for some reason. This is one of the older homes on the block, yes, but nowhere near as old as the architecture might suggest. Through extensive renovations, I've been able to craft a residence that is both historically accurate to the Victorian period and equipped with the amenities of any modern dwelling. We'll pass a door covered in bumper stickers, caution tape, and a black parade poster. Nice. Did they listen to My Chemical Romance in the Victorian area? That's my son's room. You know how rebellious teenage years are? Onward, onward. There's more to see. We reach a door at the end of the hall that Damien opens with a flourish. And this is the library. We've been here, Damien. Sunlight streams from floor to ceiling, arch windows. From floor to ceiling, arch windows. The walls are lined with packed bookshelves, and even more books are scattered around the room. Over the period-appropriate furniture. Jesus, Damien is clearly really proud of this room. Look out the window. Look at the butterflies. Pick up a book. Look out the window. I walk to the window and am greeted by a beautiful view of Damien's backyard. It showcases a beautiful view of the rest of the cul-de-sac. Hey, I can see Craig on his own lawn. He's doing push-ups with his daughters on his back. Damn. He sees me and waves happily, doing push-ups with one hand now. Damn. Did you know that Victorians spend at least 20 hours a week gazing longly out of full-length windows? Wait, really? No, Victorians did appreciate telling a good joke. Look at the butterflies. Walk up to the glass display of pinned bugs on the wall. It's pretty impressive. Nice bugs. I pinned them all myself. Maybe I could show you how sometime. I'm concerned I would stick the pin right through my finger. Ah, the pinner's gambit. That a thing? No. I pick up a book. You know, Chris, in the Victorian era, there was some controversy surrounding reading. Many people thought it was more Trotsy novels would encourage the youth into a life of crime and would cause much of a distraction from work and school. I pull out a book at random and examine the worn cover. Opening it, I turn to a random page and read aloud. Naruto struggled against the chains that Sasuke had bound him with. Shirtless and out of breath, he looked up at Sasuke. Sasuke smirked, unbuttoning his ninja pants. Okay, I think that's enough. Damien snaps the book shut and puts it onto the shelf. That's a rare book from my private collection. Please, will you join me for tea? Follow Damien to his sitting room where he has finger foods have already been set out upon a beautiful tiered silver tray. I take a seat on one of the high back chairs as Damien pours and serves me some tea. I can't believe we're having high tea. I never thought I'd get to do this. Damien smiles to himself. What?
Oh.
It's a common misconception that high tea refers to the wealthy class and many people enjoy it, when in fact the high refers to both the later time of the day that the working class had to enjoy tea and the height of the tables at which they were served. My dear friend, we're currently enjoying afternoon tea. That's informative. Damien takes a seat next to me and serves me a tiny sandwich. I'm very impressive. A lot of gots in Maple Bay. I like your cape. Your home was very impressive. Seems like you really put a lot of work into this place.
Huh.
Thank you.
Huh.
No one's ever complimented my home before. Hell, I can barely get matching salt and pepper shakers at my place. Look at what you've done. I mean, I'm kind of jealous. That's very generous of you to say. What got you so interested in goth stuff?
Ah.
Well, when I was a young boy, my father... Did he take you into the city? Sorry? Did you guys see a marching band? I'm afraid I don't understand. You're serious? Of course. But it's, you know, the song. Man, it made me listen to it. Seriously? I'd love to see a marching band. Nevertheless, I've always had a love for art, history, and fashion. What started off as a small hobby of collecting taxidermied animals grew into a sort of an obsession. A privilege to be able to appreciate the lives and cultures of those who came before us, I think. Why not go all the way? I like not dying when I catch a cold. He takes a sip of tea. I can acknowledge that there were many very terrible things about the Victorian era, and to try to live that life strictly aligned with those ideas would be admittedly hard. But I think it takes a critical mind to truly appreciate something to the fullest, to be cognizant of its flaws and love it all at the same time. Tell me, Chris, do you have any hobbies? Oh man, I do, but I don't know if I care about anything the way you care about this stuff. Well, I'd love to hear about your interests. Hearing someone talk about the things they're passionate about is intriguing and quite honestly rather attractive. Please, do tell me about your hobbies. Quick, sounds sophisticated. I love me word jumbles. Like watching soap making videos on the internet. I learned how to juggle once. The written word fascinates me. We spend so much time using words and, you know, and I think people would appreciate them more if they had to unjumble them. It's poetic, really. Oh, you're a writer. In a sense. We finished our tea and finger sandwiches.
Oh.
Come, I have one more thing to show you. Damien takes me around the back of his home where a variety of flowers flourish and beautifully landscaped rows. A small stone path weaves through it and butterflies flit lazily through the air. My garden. It's beautiful. Thank you. Victorians took flowers and floral arrangements very seriously. You see, it was considered uncouth to discuss personal or romantic relationships in public, so lovers and friends alike would use bouquets to send secret messages to each other. Each flower and plant is symbolic of different feelings. Even more interesting is that one flower can mean different things depending on the other plants it was paired with. One had to be extremely careful, as even the style in which the ribbon was tied around the bouquet affected the message. Damien leans down and plucks a gorgeous bright orange flower off a vine. Lilium bulbiferum, the orange lily. What do you think this one means? My loins are ablaze, thou art the Titus. 3 cheers for sweet revenge. Let's go with thou art. The orange lily is actually symbolic of pure hatred. Well, that's precisely why floral arrangement is so challenging. Your favorite type of flower? Out of these, it would be snapdragon. Oh, my back. Oh my god, my back. Because they're cute, and you could do that thing where you squeeze them so it looks like they're talking. What a lovely choice. I'll have to remember that when I put together a bouquet for you. You put together a bouquet for me? Nobody's ever given me a bouquet before. Follow Damien down the footpath and admire more of his beautiful flowers. Suddenly a phone rings. Oh, Chris, will you excuse me? I must take this. He pulls a cell phone out of his pocket. I'm a little surprised it's not a rotary phone. Go for it. Damien smiles and walks back into the house. I take a deep breath and enjoy the heavily perfumed air. What a lovely yard. Makes me wish I put a little more effort into that garden Amanda and I tried to start that one time. Our watermelons grew to the size of cherry tomatoes and then immediately died. Oh, hey, a gargoyle. Oh, no, I knocked over the gargoyle.
Fix that guard.
Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. That's gotta be the head, right? Yeah, that's the head. Why is this not going? Gotta be this, right? Oh, I could right click to turn them over. Shit, I didn't realize that. Oh, we're good. Okay. Hey, our little secret. I didn't realize I could turn over the piece with right click. That was close. Oh, here comes Amy, and he looks upset. Chris, my sincerest apologies to have to keep you waiting. There's an urgent matter I must attend to, so I'm afraid I must take my leave. No problem, dude. Everything all right? Damien worries the hem of his coat with his fingers and looks away. Everything is perfectly fine, but it's Lucian. What's wrong? He appears to have, well, his teacher needs me to come to the school post haste. You need help? Oh no, you don't have to. Let me come with you. Us dad's gotta stick together. You're right. This is one of Lucian's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent by my side. Let's go. Damien and I walk into the school and are immediately greeted by an anxious-looking Hugo. Hey, Damien, you're here in record time.
No.
I wouldn't miss it for the world, dear friend. Wow, whatever it is, it doesn't seem like this is Hugo and Damien's first time to the My Kids Are in Trouble rodeo.
Huh.
What is it this time?
Oh.
This, Damien, you have to see to believe. Damien and I fall into step behind Hugo, who leads us through busy corridors of the school. We pass by several classes in session, and I vaguely wonder if Amanda's around. Hugo eventually ushers us into a small boiler room with a flight of rickety stairs leading down into darkness. Watch your step. I can hear a faint voice drifting up from the basement, and they don't sound happy as I'm led into the depths of the school. I recall the antics I got into as an angsty middle schooler. At least I had enough sense to stay out of the creepy basements. Find another teacher in a boiler room tucked away in the back of the basement, where with him are Lucian and Ernest, Hugo's son. Lucian has a bloody nose. Thanks for coming. I can't make heads or tails of this. I look around the scene of the crime and see a bunch of bricks and some masonry tools scattered around.
Huh.
What happened to you? Ernest punched me. Lucian tried to kill me.
Ah.
The room falls silent. I was not trying to kill you, dumbass. I was just trying to build a brick wall around you and see what would happen. You promised me there was wine down here. You tricked me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a second, Lucian. Did you try to ask of Amontillado? Ernest? Neither confirming nor denying that fact. I turned to Damien and whispered to him, What's Casa of Amontillado? It's a classic Edgar Allan Poe story where man gets his enemy drunk, lures him down to the cellar with the promise of wine of fine vintage, then buries him alive behind a brick wall. Lovely story. Wait, Lucian, you tried to do that to him? I was curious to see how it would turn out. I wasn't actually going to leave him there. What was the thought process here? That Ernest was going to sit still while you slowly built a tomb around him? Well, it worked for like 20 minutes because he's an idiot. But then he realized I had lied about the wine. And you were cackling maniacally. That sort of tipped me off. Ernest, 20 minutes? Dad, it took you 20 minutes? Son, we just did an entire 2-week unit on the cast of Amontillado, and it took you 20 minutes to realize that Lucian was leading you into an elaborate ruse? Did you even read the story? I read the first 5 pages, then read a review of the movie. Is there a movie? Is that legit? Hold on. Oh wow, there is. There's a YouTube short movie of it. That's really cool. Huh. All right, anyway.
Huh?
It's only 5 pages long and there is no movie. Oh, well. Okay. That answered my question. Yeah, you're right. I paid Lucian to read it for me. Actually, he didn't even pay me, so when you think about it, this was me teaching him a lesson. Damien and Hugo both have their heads in their hands. You guys are always telling me to engage in literature, and I did. I don't see a problem here. Alright, I'm filing this under what the hell. Don't do whatever that was. Again, you two are both suspended for a week. Ernest and Lucian high five. The teacher starts to stomp up the stairs. Hugo, I'll cover your class. Take your son home, Mr. Bloodmark, you too. Thank you for your mediation. We all head up the stairs and out of the school in intense silence. Lucian, Damien, and I all pile into my car and begin the drive home. Lucian immediately puts his hood up and stares out the window angrily. I'm not going to therapy again. I know, son. It's entirely up to you whether you want to go. But I care about you, and I can see that you're struggling. So if you decide that you would like to speak to a professional about your feelings, we can do that too. Maybe you could spend this next week looking for a summer job, I know how much you want your own car. I believe Damien's keeping his cool. I'm impressed. Fine. Thanks for not freaking out too hard. I love you, son. Lucian continues staring out the window. Love you too. And the rest of the drive in relative silence. When we pull into the driveway, Lucian hops out of the car, slams the door, and runs inside. I didn't expect to have that conversation in front of you. He and I have a lot we need to work out. It's alright. And all things considered, Lucian's bricklaying was pretty good, so there's your silver lining.
Oh.
There is that, yes. Probably just going through a phase. I really admire how you handle that. You were a lot more diplomatic with him than I would have been. I just want what's best for him, and I don't think yelling at him would do either of us any favors. It rarely does. You're a good dad. Be around soon? It would be my honor and my pleasure. Damien bows with a flourish. I see. I'm home to find Amanda curled up on the couch with a blanket watching TV. I plop down next to her. Yo. What you watching? Tiny House Hunting Brothers Extreme Edition. Ugh, I hate this show. This couple on screen bickers back and forth while standing in an extremely small house made of recycled bottles. The Tiny House Hunting Brothers watch them with bemused expressions, both of their heads touching the low ceiling. I told you I wanted a 2-bed with a shabby, cheap cottage. This house doesn't even have a bathroom. But honey, the outhouse is only 20 yards away. It's not that bad. I am not pooping outside, Greg. Why don't they just get a regular sized house? I don't know. How'd I have to do in Tigo? It got strange. We had to go to the school to pick up Lucian since he tried to either understand to the cellar with the promise of a 5 minutes and then tried to lock him in with a brick wall, right? Tried to brick him into the wall, right? How did you know that? Has everyone read this story except for me? Lucian live streamed the entire thing. This entire day is beyond me. But otherwise, it was a fun day. That Damien guy is a character, but he's really good company and surprisingly diplomatic dad. I dig his style. You know what? Me too.
I'm sensing a romance between us. A chemical romance. What? That's a band?
God damn it, Lucian. Or, Damien.
Welcome.
Whoops.
You've got dads.
Brian and Robert left, guys. Oh. Okay. I need to take a 2-minute break. Give my throat a little rest. But I will be back, very shortly. All right, chat. Let's get back to this. Just need to take a little break from my voice here. Hey, you up to anything tonight? Hugo and I were planning to go to the art walk downtown, and we were wondering if you'd care to accompany us. I would normally write a letter longhand, but I've run out of distressed parchment paper. Well, why can't I see Damien and Hugo's chat? I hacker? But I don't even have a hacker alias. The feds are gonna bust down my door any minute now. Gotta destroy this computer. Chris, this is a group chat. Oh, thank God. Do either of you guys know how to destroy a computer? You can run Derek's boot and nuke your startup from a flash drive, but once you've done that, it's best to physically destroy the patches altogether. Victorians were well versed in information security. Chris, you wanna go see some art or not? Art's good. Let's go see that art. Use your hips when throwing. Damien and Hugo invited me to the monthly art walk down in downtown Maple Bay. I've never really been to one of these before, so I'm not quite sure what I'm in for, but they think I'm here a bit early. I don't see Damien or Hugo around anywhere, and I feel a little uncomfortable standing among all these fancy art people. Chris? I turn around. It's Joseph. Joseph, what are you doing here? Joseph scoffs at me. What am I doing here? How could you ask me that? I'm obviously a huge art appreciatist. Okay, fine. Damien invited me to this art walk thing. I'm guessing he invited you too? Yep, admittedly a little out of my depth here. My God, I thought I was going to be the odd one out. Are you allowed to say that? Say what? You know, thank God. Yep, I actually get double points when I say it since I'm a minister. The point is to get into heaven. That's how it works. Anyway, where are the guys? I look and spot Hugo and Damien, who seem to have just arrived at the gallery. Good eve, good eve, good eve. Evening, friends. Who's ready for some art? You know I am. I have no idea what I'm in for. Art is dead as nothing is real. You know I am. You know I love looking at paintings that are in frames. Also paintings that aren't in frames. Art is good and stuff.
Yeah.
Well put, Chris. Hope you know that if you're ever feeling overwhelmed, there's generally always a table that has free wine and cheese. I like art now. Got the table in my sights. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to go help myself to some tiny wines. Get cheese and tiny wine with Joseph. Fuck yeah. I think I need to cheese up before I delve into art appreciation. Good idea. Appreciating art does burn a lot of calories. Got to carb up on these crackers. Joseph and I slide up to the snack table, and there's a pretty nice spread of little plastic cups of white wine, some crackers, grapes, and cheese. This is more my speed. We eat a couple of cheese cubes in silence. These are really good. Yeah, I didn't eat dinner. I think I could probably just fill up on snacks if I'm sneaky about it. I already ate dinner, but I always have room for cheese. I'm going in for more crackers. Cover me. I shield Joseph from the small crowd of mild-mannered art people milling around the room. I don't think anyone's paying attention anyway. We should probably get back to Damien and Hugo.
Yeah.
Right. Let me just fill up this cup with cheese first for the road. Road cheese?
Oh,
Best kind. Leave the first gallery and walk a few minutes before we reach another one. This gallery is a bit more crowded. Huge paintings of, I'm not even sure, hang on the wall. Oh geez. What am I looking at here? This is abstract art. I think its more important question is, what does this art mean to you? I stare at the painting, concentrating as hard as I can on its meaning. It's a butt. It represents strife. It reminds me of my childhood. It's a metaphor for the human condition. It reminds me of my childhood. Gestures, the color, they remind me of my childhood, of my parents. Speaking that you discovered something so personal, an image so non-specific, Chris. I ask you to say a little more. These vivid, simple forms communicate a solemnity that is betrayed by the raw expressiveness of this brushwork, which, in a way, speaks to the essential nature of human experience. The scars left by the passage of time and the turmoil of contemporary life are both contextualized and deepened by the rose-colored echoes of preopedal consciousness. Sit down there, Chris. Do us a favor and keep it simple. Hit the boat. Everyone else stares at the painting. Yeah, that's definitely a butt. Assessment, I can't help feeling your initial judgment may be closer to the artist's intentions. Maybe you're underestimating how much the artist like butts. You are a servant of the Lord.
Oh.
All God's creatures, even butts.
Oh.
Part of this piece of the artist's body of work, I'm pretty sure this represents the sense of isolation he feels from creating traditional abstract artwork in a field that is rapidly moving towards digitation. Wow, how do you figure that?
Oh.
That's what it says on the placard.
Oh.
Let's look at a few more of these. Walk around the gallery, sampling some more of artist's work. I just hate to say it, but abstract art is kind of growing on me. It's intriguing that the artists choose to not let their work be defined by, what's the word, realism? Realism. We're looking at one of the paintings. The patron scoffs loudly. I could do that.
Ah.
Excuse me?
Ah!
Hugo, not here.
Hmm?
No, come back here. Patron walks away, not noticing Hugo fuming right next to him.
Hmm?
You say you could do that, but you didn't. You didn't seem to have the intellectual depth or the artistic skill to execute a piece even a fraction as impressive as this one.
Hmm.
Art is the truest expression of the self, and it seems that your self is so bad that your art would be bad. Hugo's insult game isn't the best, but there's no denying his passion. Damien is holding him back at this point. Friend, he's not worth it. Hugo manages to cool down. He smooths his jacket. I'm sorry, I love art very much. We know, buddy. Pat Hugo on the shoulder. You know what would ease the mood? Is it cheese? No.
Ah.
It's wine and cheese.
Hmm.
Go signed. Four of us head over to the wine and cheese table, which thankfully is grounded in realism and it is actual wine and cheese.
Ah.
We got one last stop on the tour. You feeling up for it? Is it going to be any weirder than this art?
How
It is
delightful!
absolutely weirder than this art. Let's do it.
Hmm.
Damien, Hugo, and Joseph and I walk over to a performance in the street. Several masked performers in leotards undulate wildly on the ground, screaming both at each other and us.
Douglas.
So, quick question.
Oh.
Dude, what is happening? I second this question.
Hey.
Performance art. What does it mean?
Ah.
Again, I posed the very same question to you, Mr. Zero. They're like screaming the very fear of existence. What do you think they're trying to say? I believe it's less about what they're saying and more about what they're more about why they're saying it. I think there's something special about performance art. Almost every other art form, music, painting, photography, the artist uses their medium as a conduit for their emotions.
Oh.
With performance art, the medium is the artist. It is the purest expression of raw human emotion. It is art as catharsis. That's beautiful, Damien. So what you're saying is, if I start making really loud fart noises right now, it's art as long as I like really mean it. Damien fixes him with a hard stare. I'm just gonna start making fart noises, but based on the look on your face, the joke isn't gonna play well with this crowd.
Oh.
Oh.
Wise.
Hmm.
We watch the rest of the performance as earnestly as we can and clap politely after the dancers scream their way off stage. I think I'm all arted out. Agreed. We all decide to walk home together.
Hmm.
Make our way back to the cul-de-sac, tiny wine and tiny cheese sloshing around in our stomach. I think what I've learned tonight, and not just what I've learned about art, which was nice and extremely informative, what I've learned tonight is that when you put a bunch of tiny wine and tiny cheese together, eventually becomes regular wine and regular cheese, followed by too much wine and too much cheese. Tiny cheese lulled me into a false sense of security. I felt safe with the tiny cheese. Wax wings too close to the sun.
Oh.
Cheese wings, those will melt in the sun too, and I feel like it's more appropriate imagery. Plus it'd be delicious. A nice Emmentaler, possibly. I don't know what that word means. Emmentaler?
Oh.
Hey, if you guys were painters, what would you paint?
Hmm.
I'd actually dabble in oils. I mostly paint landscapes. I'm not very good about it, but it's a nice way to pass the time.
Hmm.
I think I'd focus on personal portraits of people in unique professions, like, for example, luchadors.
Oh.
I think I'd paint boats, seascapes. Oh, wrong person. I think I'd paint boats, seascapes, maybe some lighthouses, mostly boats. Really?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're choosing boats in favor of a long history of religious imagery and artwork.
Oh.
What? Boats are cool.
Hmm.
What about you, Chris? Food artistry, landscapes, tasteful nudes of the art. Food artistry.
Oh.
I'd probably do still lives of various foods, bowls of fruit, maybe some bread in there. Would there be cheese involved? See, I thought about that, and no, I can't stare at a pile of cheese for 8 hours without eating some of it, and that would ruin the whole thing. Good point. We finally get to the cul-de-sac.
Oh.
All right, boys, good art. Good art.
Oh.
Agreed.
Hmm.
See you guys around? Whether you want to or not. Oh, whether you want to or not, we're all neighbors after all. I keep getting Joseph and Damien's voices confused. Head inside to deal with my inevitable cheese over. Go for a cheese over right now, dude. All right.
Welcome. You've got that.
Alrighty, chat. I'm gonna call it here. My throat hurts, and I want to spend some more time with Ash before they leave for France. Because holy crap, am I gonna be streaming a lot next week? Because I got nothing better to do. So stick around. We're gonna raid real quick. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna raid a friend of the channel. So let's start this raid. Thank you, chat. And as always, we will continue Dream Daddy soon. And as always, I will see you later, Space Cowboys. Bye, guys.